Konnichiwa minasan! So today we have a Banpresto figure galore, as you can see right here. We're going to be reviewing all these Banpresto figures and I'm pretty excited because it's one piece. So some of these figures have been sitting in our closet for quite a bit of time. They're definitely older figures. They're not new, you know, they didn't come out like last week or anything like that. But the whole coronavirus situation, we decided to just start cleaning out, what we have in the closet. And we definitely want to rearrange this room too. So we've been doing a lot of that. But this is what we found when it comes to our Banpresto figures. And speaking of that, this is actually all of our Banpresto figures. We actually used to have a lot more before, but we sold some of those. We let some of those go so that we can invest in other things, that we wanted more at the time. So let's talk about some of the different figures we have in front of us. We have the dramatic showcase lineup, and we have two different seasons, so we're gonna be talking about those, and I'm excited. This one is from Stampede, and it's actually one that's very special to us because a friend of ours that went to Japan brought this back with him and gave it to us as a gift, so that's pretty cool. And then these two big bad boys that I am definitely going to talk a little bit more about individually. We're going to start off with the old school ones. This is from Dramatic Showcase. This is second season, so we have volume 2 and volume 3, and technically they're just two separate figures. So we have Luffy and we have Nami, and this is actually a very famous scene from the Arlong arc, when they were pretty much making Nami, or having Nami join the crew officially, becoming a Nakama for the Straw Hats. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So we're gonna take both of these out of the box. We're gonna go ahead and get started with Luffy, and let's just take a look at what is inside. Actually, this Luffy, we actually opened these up already, but they usually come like this, and it's not very complicated. It's like 2-3 different pieces with the base, including the base. So pretty easy to build them. So you got the legs, and then you got Luffy, his torso, and his head, and his arms. We're gonna go ahead and connect them right now, so I can show you guys just how he looks. I really love that look that they gave him. To be honest, that's a pretty good face sculpt. That's that hockey look right there. Them eyes, I mean, it looks really good. I think it's a fairly good face sculpt that Banpresto did for this figure specifically. But if we turn, I think they did pretty good with the shadings here. It does seem like Luffy's shirt specifically, and the shorts, they have like darker shadings. You see like more darker colors there. But overall, the detail on this figure is pretty good. And now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Nami. And here we have Nami. Now she is all over the place in the box. Her plastic was just dangling in there. And Leslie is cracking up right now. So if I'm laughing more than usual, that's the reason why, Nakamas. But there we have the plastic. Put it to the side. Let's go ahead and connect Nami. And now she does come with a base. I don't know if that base would make sense though, because I think you could just lay her on top of Luffy's base, and yeah, there you go. I mean, you don't really need to use her base much. I guess you can adjust her a little bit just so it can seem like right there. I think it seems like Luffy's hand is right on top of Nami, and her wearing Luffy's straw hat, of course, being his treasure. So yeah, that actually looks really cool. I love the look right there, you guys. So like I said, and like I mentioned, for a Banpresto figure, man, this looks great. And it's a great scene from the anime. But speaking of great scenes, we don't only have this one. Let me show you the next one we got. And from season 8, we have volume 1 and volume 2, which pretty much is Dr. Hiriluk and Chopper himself. Oh man. So this scene is such a heartwarming scene in One Piece, and if you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about, you guys. And I love how this is looking already, so I just can't wait. Let's go and get these out of the box, and let's take a closer look. So Dr. Hiriluk comes in 2 different parts, 3 including the base, of course. This is his base, and I think that's really all we're gonna need. We're gonna take a look at Chopper right now, but it's just 2 pieces, right? So let's go ahead and put them together, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how he looks. And oh man, that looks great. I love his cape. But okay, let me put him in the base and then give you guys a full complete view. And there he is assembled, and I gotta say that looks really good. For, like I mentioned, a budget figure, I mean the $20 figure, you get a lot, you get a bang for your buck right here. And it makes a lot of sense why people like to collect these. I don't have all the dramatic showcases, you guys, but I love what they do here and I kind of want to get more of them now. So let's go ahead and get Chopper out of the box and put these two together. Let me show you guys Chopper. And there's Chopper. So he doesn't come with a base or anything. And oh man, this looks so good. If you remember this scene, this was back in Chopper's homeland, the Drum Kingdom. But you can see the details, you know, from the scene. I mean, Chopper's eye is bruised right there. He was literally looking for this mushroom. That technically that is what killed Dr. Hiriluk, but he struggled so hard to go get that mushroom because he thought that it was gonna cure the doctor. And oh man, that scene just hits, you guys. It really does. But let me put these two guys together real quick. So here is that scene completed, and it's hitting, you guys. It really smacks. But this looks amazing. You can see Chopper's face right there. I'm like tilted so you guys can get a full view. But this is, in my opinion, yeah, it really is one of the best scenes in One Piece, man. If you don't cry watching this scene, I gotta say you have no heart. You really don't. Next up, we have the figure that my buddy brought from Japan, and it's actually pretty cool. Now, this was, of course, way back before, you know, the whole virus situation that we have going on now. But man, I've been holding off on opening this figure for months. It's been months. And as you can see, it still has the Japanese tags right there. It's like 1,800 yen, which I really don't know how much that is in US dollars. Comment down below. So this is the Luffy from Stampede, the newest film that we have gotten from One Piece. So I do want to say this, that I actually talk spoilers on these figures because they're super old. You know, they're from old episodes from One Piece. But this one is a newer film, so I do want to say spoiler alert. I mean, at this point, if you haven't seen One Piece, spoilers all over the place, alright? I'm just warning you. But anyways, yeah, this is pretty epic. This is when they were fighting Bullet, you know, and actually you can see, there it is. You can see the other figures from that same lineup, it seems. So you get a lot, actually. You get Law, Sabo, and a bunch of other ones. But let me cut up this tape and then we're gonna get Luffy out. Since this is a brand new figure, I am barely opening it like right now. I just want to show you guys how it looks straight from Japan. Oh man, I feel like a little kid opening something rare. So, I don't know, it just feels that way. But that's how they package it right there, y'all. And that looks pretty cool. That looks like some very good packaging. And then we have the pieces in the plastic right there. They're all together. So yeah, it's 3 pieces usually. That's how it is. A base, the torso, and the legs. And then we have a Japanese code for something. So if anybody wants to go and get whatever that is, go ahead. You know what? I might have just given away a code for 100 Banpresto figures. You never know. So here is Luffy. 3 different pieces. And let's go ahead and take them out of the bag. And you know, this is much appreciated. Even though it's a Banpresto figure, I mean, you're spending like 20 bucks. These really are a bang for your buck. I'm never gonna stop saying that. Look how they protect the sculpts. I mean, that's really good. They put a little bit of plastic right there so it doesn't hit with his hat or anything like that, and it doesn't get squished. And that is a dope looking Luffy right there, y'all. Damn! Here are Luffy's legs, and man, for some reason, you know, probably some of these newer Banprestos, this one looks like it has a lot more details than the ones we have here. And let's go ahead and connect these pieces. Let me show you guys the full view of this Banpresto figure of Luffy. That was actually hard to get in there, but there it is. Just squeeze in. You gotta squeeze it in hard. Boom! Check that out! Woo! Damn, Luffy has never looked better. I gotta say. But yeah, man, this is when, I mean, the battle scenes are happening in Stampede, and if you haven't seen the movie, definitely go watch it, especially if you're a One Piece fan. The movie is great. I think it's a love letter to the fans, in my opinion. but yeah, they really do a lot of stuff that fans appreciate in the movie. And I gotta say, I really like the look on this straw hat here on this Banpresto of Luffy. It really looks good. I love the details that they added to the straw hat. It actually looks like it's made out of straws. I know that sounds funny, but yeah, his whole shirt being ripped up, you know, the wind effect on his shirt. Yeah, I gotta say, great looking figure, and I am so appreciative of my friend for giving Leslie and I this figure. And actually, speaking of, you know, my friend going to Japan getting us stuff, he didn't only get us this Luffy, he actually got us this Rem that you see back here from ReZero. Now, Leslie actually opened this Rem up, so this is officially hers, but this is so kawaii, and the fan is actually a separate piece too. But yeah, that's Leslie's figure, so I'm gonna put this to the side. Next up, we got a bigger Banpresto. Now, this one definitely, it has a little bit of a price bump. I think this one goes for about maybe $30–40. I think it was 40 bucks that we bought it for, but we pre-ordered this one at GameStop, and I love how it looks. There's actually, I think, 2 different versions, different colors that you can get. There's always different variations when it comes to Banprestos, but oh my god, this one, ooh, okay, I am really liking the look here. And so before I get the figure out of the blister pack here, I do want to mention, first of all, there is spoilers on it because it does show scenes from the anime across the figure. I know, that's actually the best part. We're going to talk about that in a bit. So, spoiler alert. But this is from the Storyage lineup. And it is, yeah, it just says One Piece Storyage Monkey D. Luffy. And, oh man, it looks amazing. Let's actually get this guy out of here because... yeah, this one looks great. So, as you can see, for this one, no assembly is required. You know, it's actually one entire piece, or in other words, one piece, no pun intended. I am already falling in love with this figure, you guys. And, oh, I have to say, oh, okay, you know, maybe I'm not a big fan of that Luffy face sculpt, but let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, everything else. Take a look at that. Oh, that is amazing. Now, I love what they have here. In this figure, everything about it. Now the back actually doesn't look that interesting, but yeah, the front is where you want to really take, you know, a look at this figure, and oh, it just looks incredible. I love the, you know, kanji or exclamation marks, the action kanji, I think I want to say there. It looks great, and ooh, the different scenes that you see in the anime, that has a really nice look to it. So let's talk about the different scenes that you can see in this figure. So right there at the bottom, right at the beginning, you know, when Shanks, right after Shanks saved Luffy, and then he gave him the straw hat for safekeeping, that's that scene right there. And then you have the Brotherhood right on top of that, Sabo, Luffy, and Ace. That is an amazing scene. Right besides that, you got the brothers again, but they're grown up, so you got the same brothers. And then the Straw Hats. It's that scene whenever Luffy was talking to Jinbei, and Jinbei just said, "Wake up, bro, because you got a lot of friends waiting for you, and it's time to get your ass up and train." I gotta say, this is overall a great looking Luffy figure, although probably the only negative is the actual figure, the actual Luffy. I feel like they could have done a better job, you know, maybe they could have added a little bit more shading to the actual figure. And yeah, the face sculpt, I don't know, I feel like the ones that we have here, like especially this one, oh man, this one definitely looks better. It looks more like Luffy. But yeah, it's a smaller version. This is a bigger figure. I mean, besides that, I love this thing, and I love what they did here. Last but not least, we have a Sabo figure. You had to leave the best for last. It's my boy, my man, Sabo. And this, of course, is from the Ichiban Kuji lineup. So, Ichiban Kuji is a Japanese lottery held at convenience stores by Banpresto every month. Where you can win things, you know, such as figures, posters, acrylic stands, etc. Like every Ichiban Kuji has a topic / anime, and every prize is typically based off that anime. Like, you know, we have this Sabo here, but then we also have this Asuna poster, which, as you can see, also has the Ichiban Kuji sign right at the bottom right there. So yeah, by the way, don't ask me where I got this Asuna poster. It's mine. This box is much bigger, and it seems like they, you know, have a little bit more protection. It's more elaborate to open it. So we have the plastic or the blister pack right there, and let's go ahead and put this to the side. And there is Sabo in all his glory. Let's take him out of the plastic. And oh man, I really want to get a closer look at him. So some of the other contents that come along with this figure are also right here, the skull or the mask, right, of Vice Admiral Bastille. And this is back from the Dressrosa arc. We're gonna put that together right now with the figure. And it also comes with Sabo's staff that is taped for protection. And oh man, this is gonna look really great. So let's go ahead and put it together and see how it looks. There is Sabo and the plastic that comes with Sabo as well. And oh man, it even has translucent fire effect. Oh, for when Sabo got Ace's Devil Fruit. And it looks like it even has a metallic paint. Sorry you guys, I am admiring this figure real quick. Here's a full assembly of Sabo and he looks amazing. You can tell they used metallic paint jobs, you know, across the entire figure. Like his shirt definitely has a very, you know, like a bright blue metallic paint job, and then his boots kind of have like a silver touch to it as well. But I love the, you know, the flame fruit effect throughout the figure as well. Right there in Sabo's left hand, you can see him using Dragon Claw as well. It did take me a little bit to put these pieces together, but Vice Admiral Bastile's helmet actually goes right here on the right hand. He's actually holding it in his hand, and then his, I guess you can call that a pole. Sabo's stick goes behind his back right there. But so Leslie and I finally started opening up some of our figures that were in our closet, and this is our One Piece Banpresto figure collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. We do have more One Piece figures, so if y'all want to see maybe something different when it comes to One Piece, comment down below. I would love to do more videos like this. But besides that, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, Nakamas. Till the next one.